B103, Galaxy, BBC Manchester and Rock Radio, The Revolution, Wish, Tower and Silk FM. Just some of the stations that Century Radio, that today becomes Real Radio, is competing against on our saturated airwaves.
Just gone 6 o'clock, welcome to Real Radio.
When Piccadilly Radio launched in 1974, it was the region's only commercial station, competing with the long-established BBC. 35 years on, it's a very different story.
It's immense in this market. The North West is the most competitive market in the country, including London. In our broadcast area, there are 27 commercial radio stations.
And of course, the more saturated the market, the more competition there is for advertising revenue. Combine that with the current economic problems, and attracting and retaining your ear has never been more crucial.
The unfortunate thing in today's marketplace and today's climate is that appropriations for advertising, certainly in the commercial world, are being reduced /slashed. So consequently there's a lot of layoffs, a lot of tightenings of belts. The more people that are involved in the bigger radio stations, the more people are unfortunately at risk.
So what does the future hold? The fear is that as competition stiffens, it'll be the small, very localised stations that will be the first casualties.
I think the future of commercial radio is entering a critical stage. I think lots of big media companies now own radio stations. I don't think that's any secret. I think there's certainly a commercial future for regional radio stations and fairly large local radio stations. But I think the smaller stations may well have to be relying on volunteers in years to come. And I think the structure of that will change, certainly in the next couple of years.
Manchester Radio Online from Manchester.
And it could be the internet that gives local radio the chance to fight back.
The latest figures show us that there are even more people in some cases watching more, while spending more time on the internet than they would otherwise do on television. Times have changed dramatically, and it seems so natural that internet radio would come along to give them some company whilst they're surfing the net.
Nina Warhurst, Channel M News.